Summer friends, Olivia here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are doing a bachelorette pad and I was inspired by a family member's house layout. So you'll find me being a little bit indecisive. I tried to edit out as much as I could, but when you're trying to do realistic things, for example, this right here, I could not find a top cabinet that had gold knobs. And so the top knobs have a different. That would drive me absolutely crazy. I would not do that in real life, but it's The Sims. You can do whatever you want. So just ignore that part. I'm sure people who are detail oriented saw that, but we're going to ignore that. Anyway, so I was a little bit indecisive on this build. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes it'd be like that. So it was like that. And I just kind of rolled with it. Ended up just being like a bachelorette pad. She's very minimalistic and loves to read. She has a home office and then a guest room that she also uses as her dressing room. So I thought it was kind of cool. I had a lot of fun because I just had downloaded a ton of new CC. I will definitely link below one of the main contributors of the CC that I downloaded. I cannot say her name, so I won't even try. It was free, but she does have an awesome Patreon that I am sitting here thinking, maybe I should go ahead and do that. But there's a ton of people I want to do that too. So I feel like maybe I'll do a couple here and there. I can't get crazy, but some of them are only $2 a month. So I mean, it's worth it. CC is worth it. Anyway, how are you? I hope you're doing great. The kids go back to school today, so life will be back to normal. I saw this hilarious TikTok earlier. It was like, why? Why are kids not back at school already? That's how I felt too. But I had a great time with them on break. It was fun. We did a lot of cool stuff. Mainly we stayed indoors, but it was just a lot of stuff. We did board games and I think we had a really, really good holiday. I know that they above all were able to rest, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. But this mama is happy that things are getting back to normal. I can work and it be quiet and not be stressed out. It's a different kind of stress trying to work and having little ones needing snacks and things. It's super stressful. So here's to getting back to normal for a while. And then we have what's our next break? I guess not till spring. But I don't know what we're going to do this spring. Usually we go to Florida. I don't know. Robert is so over going to the beach. We're going to do something for spring break probably, because if not, we'll be at home driving each other crazy. So, anywho, I don't know. Stay tuned on that. I have no idea. I haven't thought that far yet. Let's be honest, we might probably end up in Florida again. But anyway, I have a confession today to make. I'm addicted to Reddit. So, I know it's old as time, whatever. I have just started getting on it and I can't stop. I cannot stop. I was up late again just reading things, and I'm a comment contributor. I love having conversations deep and just also not so deep, just fun. Casual conversation is so fun at night, and I hey, maybe I'm gonna sound totally lame when I say this, but it's nice to have that outlet of conversation. It's I don't know these people, but it is really cool to be a part of a conversation, even if it's something as simple as, for example, yesterday I started a thread of what do you define success of? I wanted to see, because I was looking at this really big graph and it was you are considered middle class if you make this much money, and then you know the 1% if you make this, whatever. And it was really interesting, and I thought, it made me really think. And then I got to thinking about what is success and da 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 da. Anywho, so I started that thread yesterday. Really, really cool feedback I got from people. And again, it kind of comes back to what I said a couple videos ago. It's success is determined, it really needs to be determined and defined by yourself. And everyone has different definitions, and you shouldn't worry what everyone else thinks. But at the end of the day, a lot of the comments were just being happy and cozy, which I was really happy to see people said cozy, because that's on my list as well. Being cozy in your own home, with your own snacks, it is a comfort, and it is a way of feeling like you're successful. It is. As silly as it may sound, it is. And I was so happy to see that other people felt that way, which makes me, again, why I love Reddit, because I'm thinking about something and then I'm wondering, am I the only person? And chances are no. And get on Reddit and yeah, no, you're not the only person. So it's just really cool. But I thought I would share this kind of weird story with you to get your thoughts. because Robert and I, if anything, we do a really good job about like talking to each other. We've done this since we were like 17 years old. We will have these random late night talks, and they'll start at dinner or they may start before that, and we'll just talk about random stuff, deep or fun, for hours. And last night was one of those random nights. It makes me feel so connected to him, but last night our conversation was all surrounding this Reddit. It started that way, at least, a Reddit thread that I read. And so anyway, let me tell you the story. So 30-year-old male, 32-year-old female, she writes on the thread that she found out that her boyfriend of 7 years, which by the way, they don't live together, which we found kind of weird, but you know, it's people like go at different paces, but 7 years not living together, like, what are you doing, kind of thing. But anyway, 7 years they don't live together. She found out when he was staying over one night because he was too drunk to drive home that he was searching for a specific woman's name, and also not only on Google but also on his Instagram and Facebook, he was searching for this girl. And she's like, who's this girl? So she waits till the next day. He's, sobered up, whatever. She brings it up to him and says, who is this girl? And he's like, oh, I was searching for her. Don't worry about it. And like got really mad and left. Okay. And it's like always a bad deal when people like storm out. It's like they don't want to talk about it. Something's obviously up. So there's a first red flag. But then he does call her and say, look, it's a girl that takes my dental appointments and I wanted to see what she would look like. So let's unpack that a little bit. I was like, I don't know if I really cared too much. My whole thing was like curiosity, right? Like, you're not, what was his intentions? I don't know. Was this girl local? Was she like, was it like an answering service and he knew that and he knew he was never able to see her in person? Whatever. So that's what I was thinking. Like, I was kind of thinking, no big deal. And then I gave Robert the story and like got his feedback because I love that kind of stuff, like asking someone else's opinion about it. Anywho, he was like, no way. No, if I found out that you were searching for another guy's, like, just based off their voice or whatever, you want to see what they look like, I have a problem with that. And I'm like, why? And then we kind of got deeper into it. So like, I would love to see what you think. Like in the comments, let me know. Like, would you be mad if your significant other was like searching for someone on either social media or online because they want to see what they look like? I guess like the whole thing is like, what's your intentions? I genuinely would just be curious. It's not like I'm gonna go date them or try to hook up with them. I just would be curious. Like, what do they look like? I told Robert I had a similar thing happen to me. I was on a phone call with somebody not too long ago. We kind of like it was over a project, and next thing I know, when we hung up the phone, I had a friend request from this person. And I was thinking back to it. I didn't think it was weird at the time, but something on that phone call had to trigger that person to go then add me. And he is a guy. He had to go add me. Was it because of my voice? Was he like trying to see what I look like? Whatever. And does it bug me? I don't think so. Like, am I alone? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it is a big deal. Maybe if tables were turned and like Robert was one of the examples we said last night was like, what if Robert was looking up his like hairstylist to see, like, I don't know, to talk to her? That would be a problem, I think. But if you're just being curious, someone's voice, you want to know what they look like, you look them up, you do your, investigating. Because I'm a good investigator. Nowadays you can Google anybody. You can Google, I don't know, your next door neighbor and you can find everything. You can Google someone's name and find their address in 3 seconds. No, nobody is safe. So anyway, I don't know. I just want to know, like, what do you think? Am I weird to not think it's a big deal? But it is kind of a big deal because I thought about it tables reversed. If Robert was looking up, like, say his, I don't know, hairstylist or something, it'd be weird. So maybe I'm being like unfair. I don't know. It is interesting. That's why I love Reddit though. It like sparks these conversations that I like find it so fun. Sometimes the best ones I share with Robert. It's like, hey, what do you think about this? What would you do in this instance? Or guess what? And also, if I'm being honest, a lot of stuff going on in people's lives make me realize, okay, my life is normal. I am normal. And it makes me feel better about myself. Sparks another conversation. Do you go through your partner's phone? So with all the Reddit things we read all the time, It's constantly, I went through his phone. I know I shouldn't have. But should you though? I feel like a couple things with that. Did he or she give you a reason to not trust them to go through their phone, right? Because that has to be like the starting point. If they've never given you a reason, why are we going through their phone? Is it our own insecurities? That's a question I think you need to ask yourself. I personally don't think we should be going through someone's phone. I don't go through Robert's phone. He doesn't go through mine. Honestly, he's not going to find anything other than me on Pinterest at 2 a.m. looking at new beds for our kids or how to organize the pantry. I don't know. Not going to have anything exciting, but neither here nor there. Is it okay? I would not get mad if I came out of the shower, for example, and saw him snooping through my phone. He would also not be mad, he said, if I would go through his phone. It is our personal property, but if you have nothing to hide, what's the big deal? The people I feel that have a big deal about it are the people who have something to hide. Another Reddit I read not too long ago was saying it's not that your partner doesn't want you going through their phone, it's that they have secrets on their phone. But if I'm living with somebody and we're sharing a bed and we're sharing a life, that should be the least of our worries is going through their phone. You know what I mean? But I have friends, I do. I have friends who and coworkers who actively go through their husband's phones. It's a thing, like hand me your phone, as if they're a child. And again, I don't know their backstory. I don't know if they've had problems with infidelity. I don't know if they're just a dishonest person. I don't want to live my life like that. I have a really hard rule is don't be unfaithful with me. I joke about it. We can make everything else work. But just don't do that, you know? So again, I don't know their backstory on why they feel the need to go through their phone. Do they have a reason? But these are grown people and I don't want you going through my phone. I don't want you tracking me. That's a whole nother conversation. Don't track me and don't go through my phone. But if you did, I'm not going to be mad about it. Again, I'd feel like, okay, I'd feel some type of way like, okay, I guess you feel like there's something I'm hiding. All right, have fun. Have fun looking at my Google searches about how far a rug can go on the outside of a couch. Like, let's be real. But hey, if that's where you're at, that's where you're at. But personally, don't touch my crap. Don't track me. Don't look at stuff unless I give you a reason to. And if I give you a reason to, that's a whole nother story. Oh yeah, long-winded way to say that I'm addicted to Reddit. I am not even mad about it because it keeps things interesting. I'm telling you, some of the stuff I read today, if you are not on it, you should totally get on there. You can do anything on there from hobbies to casual conversations to people sharing their deepest, darkest secrets, to people making charcuterie boards, which, okay, I do follow people making charcuterie boards and bless their hearts. I happen to be a food stylist in my catering business, so I know a little something something about charcuterie. And these people are out here trying their best, and it makes me smile. Some of them are like, what in the world? But hey, I love seeing their art. I love it. And I wonder now, there's probably a bunch of Sims stuff on there, huh? I've never even thought about that. So that's another thing you can explore. I mean, it goes on and on from recipes to home decor, questions about why is my toilet doing this? I saw someone do that earlier. Or how do I make this work? Or my car's making this noise. I mean, it's crazy. It's a world, and I love it, as you can tell. Yes. Anywho, coming up on the end of this, just for the record, I hate how the room turned out. I felt like it was kind of hodgepodge, and I don't like it. But I was just having some fun. Again, this is Sims. This is not perfect world. We're just having fun, people. And so I left it how it was. I like the little reading nook I make at the end. I can see that being a very awesome spot to hang out. I would hang out there. I would read a book there. I would hang out on Reddit on my phone in that space. Anyways, if you like what I'm doing, I'd love for you to do all the YouTubey things, like, share, comment, subscribe, duh. And if not, thanks for sticking through, I guess, and have a great day regardless. And I'll talk to you next time.